Yeah, I do. It is. I'm ready whenever you are. Okay, so it says waiting for your peer to resume online game.
You're giving up yardage.
Ah, shoot, my camera's backwards, I think. Why? Why would it be backwards? Really? Yes, it's gonna be backwards.
Ready, blue 80! Like 25! Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball!
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
And this is caught inside the 5.
I should have tried to
and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 58 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go!
Because it went out of bounds.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Did you notice what just happened?
Down! Ready! Blue 80! Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
It's still your team.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jalen Ferguson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Thomas. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
They'll try and run with Ingram. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Yeah, this has been a good game.
This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
I'm telling you, just don't keep bombing.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a... And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jalen Ferguson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Ryan. Complete to Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready, 25, 39. Ready to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Yeah, that was a close.
And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was close.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
On the draw, this is Ingram. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Ready? Check. 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
There's zero way of making that kick.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Oh.
That'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A gain there of 30 big ones.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
This is that one bomb he threw.
Now Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I'm not obsessed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Big Chungus is fine.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Big. Instead of Big Chungus, it's Big Chungus.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's been my offense. Just
here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to go down again. Jack Crawford. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
You're right on the doorstep. Oh, my God.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
This beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking for Snead, and it's it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
I hope
well,
so.
Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson back into his end zone, being chased out left.
He's about to do it.
And all the way down to the 37.
That was an awesome thing.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Jackson now, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Jackson eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An
41-yard touchdown as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson to throw, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick.
Big fumbles.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also,
and the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just in there this afternoon. Here's Ryan to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
We got heavy. Everybody scoot up, heavy.
Now it's Jackson, buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think
the Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And
I don't think this has the carry. It does not. Ow. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Man, I would be lucky to get 100 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll try and run it, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
He's serious? That's
on
really
3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
I mean, I'm playing on all Madden.
Right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Now, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Negative 20, guys.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
I don't know. That was a close
And that
one.
gives him now 3
It's that same player,
interceptions in the
too,
game.
Peters.
Well, someone's locked
He's got
into what they're
3.
trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles,
Ooh.
and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Ryan. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Ryan.
No.
He's going to float this. Oh, this is taken in.
Peters,
It's
what
complete.
did you do?
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, nearly another pick, my goodness.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go.
The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Big Chunky says Santa Claus.
45 the mic. I got him. On the ball.
To throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. Snead's got it. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Going into like the next quarter, but I'm gonna have negatives because of all the sacks.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got it.
Get in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Allen Bailey able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for... Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
What? What, that play where he just, like, hit him in the chest?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. I mean, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for them to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A gain of 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That was fun.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Nowhere to escape it. He goes down. Jalen Ferguson, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game.
Did you see the interview with the wrestlers about it?
Turning in an incredible performance. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Yeah, the one guy was making jokes, and he sounded like Samuel
Rolling to his
Jackson.
left. Complete to Jones. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
No.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Your butt hurt.
Mike. Ready. Hey, hey, hey.
From the gun, it's Ryan. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Matt Judon. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Let's go. Check 45 tonight. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right.
Get all the time.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker.
314
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Jackson now, buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He's to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On the draw, this will be Freeman. But he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember that
this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Going down to the line.
Ryan to throw. Jones has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple.
No,
anyone who plays the game,
you were supposed to
take
accept
the
it.
football.
Because
Always
I think
take
I
the
tried
football.
to I think I tried to lateral it and it went forward by accident.
Now Jackson steps away to his left.
Yeah, you gotta
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
crap.
It's complete to Snead. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, if it's
tie game, fourth quarter,
Travis,
and they're
if it's
going
a
for this
play
thing on
where
fourth down.
where it's like a turnover like that, and it says the option for like 1st and 10 on the opposing or whatever, but if it's a 2nd or 3rd and whatever, or 2nd and whatever, yeah, because that still keeps.
They'll
still
try and
gives me
throw
the
for
ball.
it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
Safe player.
And that is incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
But if I score a field goal and you get a touchdown, you win.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition, Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Jackson now, 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The what?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
If it was the playoffs, yes. Then it's a draw.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long, being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game.
If you had Michael Vick,
excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Hey, you got 4 yards.
Now what can Ryan do here in overtime? Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
On 1st down, Ryan. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? but I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. After the interception, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good, and we will play on here in overtime. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
No, he
this
literally,
defense.
like,
they did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, fudge.
Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go play action with Jackson.
Oh, crap.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, field goal or a touchdown now. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
Wait, I have 0 passing
Trying to
yards.
decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Oh,
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Either way.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. All day. All day.
Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. Snead's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. On fourth down, Jackson flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game. We got us to overtime. And then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
That was amazing.
The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Hey, you held me down all the way to the wire. That was luck. Oh, yeah, that was fun.